This is a quick update on Tropical Storm Milton. It was just upgraded to a tropical storm within the last few hours. This storm is still gathering strength, still spinning down there in western Gulf of Mexico. We will be looking mainly at the track in this video, as well as the intensity and some of the impacts that this storm may have on my family down towards the coastal regions of North and South Carolina. Taking a look at some of the precipitation that's expected along the coast of North and South Carolina, it's probably looking more and more likely that rain could be seen from places like Hilton Head Island, Savannah, Georgia, all the way up to Charleston, maybe just south of Myrtle Beach and Wilmington. And some of the model guidance has the storm taking a track that's similar to paralleling the coast right out through here. So hopefully the heaviest rain will stay off the coast as the storm parallels the southeastern coast, especially the coast of South and North Carolina. Now, there is model guidance that suggests that the precipitation field will extend a little bit further inland, like the HFSB. This is the B version of the hurricane forecasting system. This is a hurricane-specific model, hence why it has hurricane forecasting system in it. The precipitation should probably extend, based on this model, from anywhere east of Columbia to Raleigh to Elizabeth City. The heaviest precipitation, both on this version and version A, seems to be hugging the coast of North and South Carolina. But the main idea here is the interaction between an upper level trough that will be digging into the northeastern United States, southeastern Canada. It's going to act like a vacuum, much like the trough did for Helene last week. And even better news is that the western portions of North Carolina will escape the heaviest precipitation, which is really good news for the recovery effort in that part of the state. But there is a chance that you'll see maybe an inch or so along the immediate coast of North and South Carolina. Pretty much everywhere south of Kill Devil Hills or Nag's Head along the coast, we'll see maybe up to an inch, maybe a little bit locally higher amounts. There's also a risk of higher winds, depending upon the actual track of this system, which this is 5 days out, so this is going to change. Here's a quick look at synoptically what's going on. I really like the mid-level water vapor imagery when you're trying to look for our swirlies. This swirly right at the top of the screen, at the edge here, this is the trough that's going to act like a vacuum to Tropical Storm Milton, which is down here in the western central Gulf of Mexico. The interaction between this upper level system and the tropical storm might provide an incentive for the precipitation to expand a little bit further inland than what the other model guidance has. Now, I will say that the model guidance that we saw where the precipitation was mainly off of the coast and hardly anything on the coast of North and South Carolina, that is a earlier run of the models. So the intensity of the storm wasn't quite realized when those model runs were handed out, so to speak. So this is something to watch, definitely. And I'll keep you guys on the coast as up to date as I can during this storm. And I will notify you of any changes. Now, usually on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I'll do map discussions. And those will just be general weather related. But in situations where the weather might be a little bit more extreme, I want to give y'all a little bit more of a heads up than just a day in advance. Right now we're looking at 5 days in advance. Here is our version of the National Hurricane Center track and intensity forecasts. The storm is expected to be a Category 2 near landfall of right around Tampa Bay or maybe just south of Tampa Bay as a Category 2, maybe slightly weaker. But I'll tell you, some of the guidance is all over the place, at least right now. It's while some of the guidance keeps this as a tropical storm, other guidance has this essentially being at the strongest a Cat 3. So, there's still uncertainty as far as the intensity and the track goes. So, anybody that has interest in Florida needs to look out. The impacts along the coast of North and South Carolina at this point seems to be minimal at best. Now, there are ensembles where you can kind of gauge the extremities of the forecast for wind and rain. It looks like, according to those forecasts, wind would be more of an issue right along the coast, especially along the coast in South Carolina at this point. Now, again, things are going to change, and if anything changes, I will certainly send out another video. But I thank you for watching, and have a good one.